Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole Neighbors of Grace and Peace Counseling. You can find us at gracepeacecounseling.com. Today, I want to talk to you about something that is extremely important, and I think that it goes unchecked. There's so many messages out here about maintaining your mental health and doing things to help improve the state of your mental health. There's even a series of messages on self-love. And I think that everyone is coming at it from different angles. But one of the things that is often missed is how we speak to ourselves. Self-talk is a critical piece of our mental health. Not only is it a critical piece of our mental health, but it also determines how we feel about ourselves. It identifies our sense of worth and how we believe those things, and then how that transcends to what we project onto others, right? And how we believe others view us based on those inherent belief systems. And so what I want to highlight here is that self-talk determines not just your belief about yourself, but your values and what you value about yourself. A lot of times self-talk stems from our nuclear families, the way our parents or grandparents or whoever was the person who raised us, that voice is then magnified. So if we had a very authoritative parent, then the voice in our head sometimes can just be downright abusive, right? And it can be extremely hurtful and demeaning to who we are. If we had maybe a militant parent, then we take on that voice and we magnify that. And so where our parent may have said, I expect the best, what that will transcend to in our adult life is, you're an idiot, you messed up, you can do better than this, or this is unacceptable, right? We magnify those voices, and then that becomes our belief system. And I mean, just think about that. Think about having that type of conversation with yourself throughout the day. Never giving yourself a break, right? When you mess up, not nurturing yourself, but demeaning and belittling yourself, right? We have to be able to give ourselves a break. We have to be able to take a moment and say, you know what? It's all right. We make mistakes. And so what I'd like to suggest is if you are one of those individuals that struggle with the way we speak to ourselves, right? That intrinsic voice that goes on and plays throughout the course of the day, if that voice is demeaning, if that voice is authoritative, right? If there's no room for mercy and for grace, perhaps these tips and tricks can help you. What I suggest you thinking of someone who is extremely nurturing, extremely forgiving, extremely loving. That could be your grandmother. It could be an aunt. It could be an uncle, or maybe even your father. Or maybe if you don't have someone like that in your life, maybe what you can visualize is a TV mom. I often recommend clients select the TV mom. I've had clients select Michelle Obama. I've had them suggest Claire Huxtable, right? Just different TV moms that can add a nurturing voice, right, to you. And so when you begin to get down on yourself for making a mistake, for not completing a task in the time that you wanted to complete it, or for getting a bit of a critique from a supervisor, but then internalizing that and magnifying that and using that as an opportunity to hurt yourself even more by the way we speak to ourselves, I'd like for you to think of what that nurturing voice would say. How would they speak to you about that situation? Earlier today, I spilled something on the kitchen floor, and my goodness, it was a brand new bottle of juice and it went everywhere. And I was just got done fixing dinner. My plate was on the table. I just came to get a glass of juice, and now I'm stuck and I have to clean up this huge mess all over the kitchen. By the time I'm done with this, my food's gonna be cold. And there was just so many different things going through my mind, and I had to remember to take a break. Just breathe for a second. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Nothing was broken. There's still more juice in the container. If not, it was earlier in the day. I could still go up the street to the store. It's all right. We make mistakes. You're not perfect. That's what I had to tell myself. Nicole, you're not perfect. You're going to make mistakes. It happened. You seen it when it happened, and darn it, it just, got away from you. And that's okay. That's okay. But there was a time where I would use an opportunity like that to demean myself. Idiot, how stupid could you be? You should have done it this way and you should have done it that way. But instead, I was able to take a breath. And me taking that breath and allowing and extending that mercy and that grace came with time. It came with time, and it began with these very same skills that I'm suggesting you try. You find that nurturing voice. You find that person who had an unpositive regard towards you. No matter what, there was not much wrong that you can do. And you think, how would they speak to you in these instances? And you continue to allow that voice to nurture you in your day-to-day comings and goings until that voice becomes your voice. And you're able to no longer demean yourself, no longer hurt or belittle yourself or degrade yourself, but you're able to nurture yourself and give yourself a break. And that is a pivotal key to mental health. That's a pivotal key to valuing yourself and extending love and acceptance to yourself, knowing that you're human, knowing that you're going to make mistakes, and you can love yourself anyway. And you love yourself by demonstrating that you deserve to speak to yourself in a way that's healthy in spite of the situation. I hope that this was helpful to you. Grace and peace.